Part 3. Key takeaways and quotes. Key takeaways. People investing in common stocks must focus on long-range returns. They must not attempt selling high and buying low. Use scuttlebutt to get knowledge of a firm. This is the information you get by speaking with consumers, competitors, and suppliers. Purchase shares of companies that have well-planned strategies for long-term growth and profits. Then keep them till you are sure that the company's future is not bright anymore. For a more focused search, use 15 points which judge a company's finances and management. You can seek companies with robust profit margins, great marketing, and healthy employee relations. Pick an investment advisor with at least 5 years experience in both bad and good markets. Assign the majority of your money to huge institutional stocks. Besides, invest a small part to smaller and upcoming companies. Capitalize on downturns to purchase stocks in a small number of extraordinary firms. Stay away from typical mistakes, for example, over-diversification or following others. However, if you do commit an error, learn from it. Make conservative investments to get a good night's sleep. Notable quotes. Such a study indicates that the greatest investment reward comes to those who by good luck or good sense find the occasional company that over the years can grow in sales and profits far more than industry as a whole. It further shows that when we believe we have found such a company, we had better stick with it for a long period of time. It gives us a strong hint that such companies need not necessarily be young and small. Instead, regardless of size, what really counts is a management having both a determination to attain further important growth and an ability to bring its plans to completion. Even in those earlier times, finding the really outstanding companies and staying with them through all the fluctuations of a gyrating market proved far more profitable to far more people than did the more colorful practice of trying to buy them cheap and sell them dear. But his very best questions always popped out of his mind, unprepared, never having been written down in advance, because they were the angle he picked up on the fly, as he heard an answer to a lesser question. Those creative questions were the art. It is what, in my mind, made his querying great. Most frequently given of such reasons is the conviction that a general stock market decline of some proportion is somewhere in the offing. In the preceding chapter I tried to show that postponing an attractive purchase because of fear of what the general market might do will, over the years, prove very costly. This is because the investor is ignoring a powerful influence about which he has positive knowledge, through fear of a less powerful force about which, in the present state of human knowledge, he and everyone else is largely guessing. In a new plant for even established processes or products, there will probably be a shakedown period of 6 to 8 weeks that will prove rather expensive. It takes this long to get the equipment adjusted to the required operating efficiency and to weed out the inevitable bugs that seem to occur in breaking in modern intricate machinery. Never promote someone who hasn't made some bad mistakes, because if you do, you are promoting someone who has never done anything. I have already made up my mind, don't confuse me with facts. 1, which I mention several times elsewhere, is the need for patience if big profits are to be made from investment. Put another way, it is often easier to tell what will happen to the price of a stock than how much time will elapse before it happens. The other is the inherently deceptive nature of the stock market. Doing what everybody else is doing at the moment, and therefore what you have an almost irresistible urge to do, is often the wrong thing to do at all. Conversely, as such a stock rises to, say, 50 or 60 or 70, the urge to sell and take a profit now that the stock is high becomes irresistible to many people. Giving in to this urge can be very costly. This is because the genuinely worthwhile profits in stock investing have come from holding the surprisingly large number of stocks that have gone up many times from their original cost. The only true test of whether a stock is cheap or high is not its current price in relation to some former price, no matter how accustomed we may have become to that former price, but whether the company's fundamentals are significantly more or less favorable than the current financial community appraisal of that stock. Wealth is not the same as income. If you make a good income each year and spend it all, you are not getting wealthier. You are just living high. Wealth is what you accumulate, not what you spend. Fisher's view of millionaires is shared by most people who are not wealthy. They think millionaires own expensive clothes, watches, and other status artifacts. We have found this is not the case. When profit margins of a whole industry rise because of repeated price increases, the indication is not a good one. For the long-range investor, to build wealth, minimize your realized, taxable, income, and maximize your unrealized income, wealth/capital appreciation without a cash flow. Thank you listening.